Says cucumbers rocks. Love them pickled. Oh, pickled cucumbers. What made you do a complete 180? What do you mean? I used to love pickled ones, but now I'm removing all salt from my life, so I can't do pickled ones anymore. But they were amazing in my earlier life. Change my life around. Is HD new? Just beginning to hear about it. Yeah, it's very new. It's very new. Like a few decades, I think. Maybe like 20 years, something like that, max. So I changed my life around when I realized, made the change to get healthy. Okay, yeah. So when I was in my 20s, I felt like I would be immortal. So I binged on alcohol like a fucking idiot. I smoked so much weed and so much cigarettes in my life that I'd probably own, I don't know, a house and a garden if I can convert it to money. And I ate a lot of junk food. I ate a lot of processed foods. I basically ate only meat and pastry for a few years. No fruit, no veggies, nothing. And then it started to gain up on me. My hair started thinning, my joints started aching, I wasn't moving, I was dehydrated, I was like unaware. And then slowly, I realized that my parents were addicted to a lot of things. I realized that it was generational. I realized that it was me running away from my responsibilities. And I felt it in my body. I felt disgusting. I felt like I'm killing myself. And then slowly, I ditched one addiction at a time. It was a huge journey. Like weed was one of the toughest things to ditch. Like I used to smoke a few joints every single day for years. A day when I wouldn't smoke would be the day when I had altered consciousness. You know, like you take weed to alter your consciousness. But the day I didn't smoke was the day I had altered consciousness. I used to drink so much that I would be sick and then go out into clubs, and then like I would drink a whole bottle of wine by myself and then go into clubs and then do beer and then do shots. So that's like mixing, which is the most horrible thing you can do. And then I would get out of the club and I would throw up. And then I would go back to drinking, and then I would throw up, and then I would go back to drinking, and then I would black out for 5 hours. Like people would like paint shit on my, like put hats on me where I was sleeping, like in an alley like this. So yeah, I used to smoke so much that my nervous system was like I was around people and somebody says something and I'm like a fucking something, you know? And it took me a while to realize, like, this is not enjoyable. I used to look at like how can Snoop Dogg smoke 5 joints and he's okay, and I'm like, I can smoke as well. Like I can also smoke the 3rd joint today, and I'm like, what are you doing? What are you doing with your life? So yeah. That got me into groups that were all connected only for like people that come together just to drink, people that come together just to smoke weed, people that come together just to gossip, to talk shit about other people, to basically it was all destruction. And I was always creative. Before I was drinking, smoking weed, everything, I was drawing. I'm also an artist. Next to all these things you can check out on my website. I'm a street artist, tattoo artist, graphic designer, illustrator, you'll see. and I was always that. I was always this creative person, but all these other things were destructive. And then slowly I combated my addictions by drawing. So if you look at the website, you will see where all the energy that I used to alchemize, I used all the artwork to alchemize all my addictions. And then like mushrooms, psilocybin mushrooms helped, because it was just like it's a different world after that. And then also looking at my parents, like definitely Sister Sunshine. Alexa says, sounds like me. Yeah, get sick, that makes only when you are sick of sickness is when you will cease to be sick. That's Lao Tzu. So only when your back starts aching are you going to start doing exercise. Only when you feel really dehydrated and old and creaky will you start coconut water, cucumber, watermelon. Or when you get cancer will you turn your life around. So I've learned the hard way that now I try to prepare for most things, because I know how life works. If you don't use it, you lose it, and if you don't take care of certain things, they catch up to you, and you always need to make sacrifices either earlier or later. So for example, I want to be able to pick up my grandkids when I'm 60, 70, 80, 120, 150. Who knows how long you can live. And then you can either make the sacrifice of exercising every single day now, or not being able to pick up your grandkids at 60. So where are you going to sacrifice something? Where are you going to be uncomfortable? Where is it going to be sweaty and painful? Is it going to be lunges and squats and running and yoga now, or is it going to be your painful back at 60? Because I can show you videos at people that are 70 that are in better shape than me. It's just consistency, and you gotta sacrifice things. June says, I loved pot at first and now it's become a barrier. Decreased it significantly, feeling way more clear. Yeah. At certain time, like anything that's a medicine becomes a poison if you use too much of it. So even water, you drink too much water, it's not good for you. Like there is a point where you can drink too much water. There is a point where you can hug somebody too much. You crave chocolate cake, but if you eat 6 slices, you never want to eat chocolate cake again. You feel disgusted. So